looking at now?
You just looking at me.
I know, but I'm saying, what is this looking at?
It's looking at
The
you.
camera. It's looking
It's
at
looking
you.
both
You're gonna think it's fire when you see it.
I
But
hope
you
so,
see
man.
how it's like.
Watch this man set me up for fair that look like a penguin. Like come like the what do you call it, the animation?
You said that yourself.
You're being recorded, by the way.
Don't get on shot now.
Oh my God!
Jeff's on the side. We're just talking about the chop shop. This is just the early stages.
Oh.
Anyway, Dario has been one of the early adopters of the chop shop when it used to be super bare bones. If you could recall and recollect what it was like when you
Super bare
first.
bones, you say?
It was pretty bare bones. I think you started coming around early 2021, right? It was kind of decorated. We made the most of the space, but it definitely isn't what it is today. So what do you recall
wouldn't
from the
s-
early
I-
moments when you
first-
first came here?
First of all, what's good? Second of all, I wouldn't say super bare bones, man. It's like walking into a ravine, and then every with a 2.5 foot of space.
You know, it's funny. I do agree with Dario because I was there when it was essentially bare bone, and when Dario came through, it was definitely more of an upgrade. But currently, it's a larger upgrade because so much has happened over the many years since its inception. But Dario can go on.
Yeah, man. It's when Jeff was like, "Yo, I'm hanging out with Pino. Would you like to go?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything." So it's like, "Yo, it's gonna get cold. Just make sure you dress warm." I'm like, all right. I mean, it can't be that bad. Boy, was I wrong, son. It felt like I was walking fucking a freezer. When I walked in there, I'm thinking everything would be like cozy, like it, like
It's cozy like when you go to the grocery
it's
in the produce section.
It's cozy if you dress warmly, but since there's no insulation in here, it's obviously.
dressing warm is an understatement, man. Put it this way, but you're 100% right. You gotta. Since I work outside, so I'm so used to like the cold weather. But again, it's kind of tough when you have an injury. You know what I'm saying? But back to what the chop shop used to be. Like I said, when I say a ravine only has one path. And you know when you walk down a ravine, it's like so many people walk the same path. It's one same path going in, and the same path going leads you out the exit. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo. And at the time, there was like a shit table over there, maybe that TV over there, and then all your, if I remember correctly, all your referee rent stuff was over here, right? And I'm sitting there like, and then this is when I met Danny. I was like, yo, I looked at Jeffrey, I was like, this is what you do on Sundays? He's like, yeah, man. We just pass the Dutchie on the left side, and then we talk about sports. I'm like, okay. I mean, granted enough, like, as an introvert person, never had a chance to have like full conversation to what it is now. It kind of opened my eyes to like certain avenues, right? Even though I'm going off tangent a little bit.
I don't think you're going off tangent. That's what it means to you. That's what it's done for you. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? But it was able to like to understand. I mean, not understand. Make me to like be closer to Jeff, even as my cousin. I'm like more closer now. Getting to know you a little better, even though I still think you a little weird at times, man. But
Nice.
you know what I'm saying?
Cool.
But out of all people I've met, I'm saying in my
Circle?
in the circle, you're the toughest one to read.
Really?
Yeah,
You
Me?
gotta elaborate on that.
that's a different story. But right,
Different story. Let's talk.
Nah, we can leave that as another story. But talking about now November 2024,
now
and you know how like I was
from a ravine to a fucking, I would say ravine to a equivalent to, how can I say this? It's definitely I wouldn't, okay. People would say, oh, this would be like a man cave. To me, It's not a man cave. When to what it is now, the amount of work you put in, the effort that you did since 2021 to what it is now, it is crazy. It just shows you like slow and steady built. Slow and steady will build like will guide you to wherever you're going. And funny enough, like even though I was sitting there like when it was like a ravine, and you sitting there like, yo man, trust me, I'm gonna make this place. And then you had the vision already, and I'm looking at this, I was like, man, this shit never gonna be like what it is. And I'm being completely honest. I was like, man, this shit ain't gonna be like this, man. And then you were like, oh, watch me. It's gonna be like, trust me, this is what I want it to be, and then this is where we can just chill, watch sports, talk about things like, like everyday current stuff, and so that way it's like it prevents us from going out and spend money and whatever the case.
I agree. This has been a definitely cheap alternative for doing fun things.
And again, I'm not disagreeing. And I was just sitting like, I didn't see this shit happening at all. Cause
I didn't see this happening. 84 to 88. How did that happen?
I told you they were about to catch up. But back to what. And here's the thing. As winter passes, it went from a ravine to, all right, it's a corridor now.
He said corridor.
You know what I'm saying? But I gotta describe it the way I can best describe it, because it went from not having enough seat, not having enough space where we're all bunched up making stuff out of nowhere to turn to a seat, and then dark as shit at the time.
Definitely.
And then as you grow along, I was like, I'm trying to understand where you're going with this. And he's like, oh, don't worry, man. It's going to be like 10 times different. This is where I want to go with this. I'm going to have TVs here. I'm going to have couch. I don't think the dime box was in the conversation yet. Or maybe
Not
it
at
was.
all. Not at
No,
all.
I don't think it was.
If you remember where the dining area is, that used to be nothing but just like junk. There was just junk there.
No, we weren't kidding. There was a lot.
It used to be dark there, and like you couldn't have access to it. But
It was just shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally SHIT shit everywhere.
It was very. It felt like insurmountable that this was ever going to be like a clean place.
But I find it amazing that you speak before what it is now. You were like, oh, this. You were pretty much pre-planning everything out. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, this shit ain't gonna happen, man. Every day I'm gonna come here on a Sunday, walk in here cold as shit. My balls will fall off. My feet gonna be like, nah, man, I'm too. I need WD-40 even to get this first motion. And then we'll just watch you guys like, have your serious conversation about what's going on in life, right? But never in my mind, I would say as time progresses, the place upgraded to, like I said, a ravine to a corridor. Now, corridor, right? Corridor, now you start bringing more design or stuff that you want to do. And this is when we create the group text. Group text between you, Jeff, and I. And then every day, not every day. Every other day, you'll just send like a picture. Oh, what do you think of this? Or what do you think of that? And I'm just like, oh, this is pretty hot. And then I was like, man, this is probably somebody else's backyard, man, because there's nowhere this is the same fucking location as it is. Next thing you know, I got a pool table. Next thing you know, I got this. Next thing you know, I got the dime boss. I was like, next thing you know, I got this. And then as the months, seasons, countless of conversation, it became from a corridor to a place where everybody can just come in and not lashes out, but like, can talk about can talk about pretty much everything. It doesn't matter what the situation is, and you can just say like, yo, man, what do you think of this situation? Have you been in this situation? How would you handle this situation? And move forward from there. And from that to sports, to that from me being like like you said, the biggest hater on earth. Which you already know. I'm just all black today, man.
Well, just to piggyback on what you're saying, aesthetically speaking, right? Just like the spot that you're sitting at, if you look at the background when you watch the video, you're gonna be like, damn, there's like a whole bunch of Polaroids in the back. That to me is just a culmination of like brick by brick, because you know, when you think about it in its totality of all the things, like if you really look at it, right? And Jeff and I have like the vantage point. You can't see it unless you turn around, but like,
I know what's
I
behind
mean,
it.
that's just a lot of work. You know what I mean? It just and it's. I got this from when I first started reffing. I just remember somebody was playing and they were all making fun of this guy. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna work on my garden." They were like, "You laugh," but this other guy was saying it on his behalf. He was like, "Don't laugh at his garden because all he does is spend 30 minutes a day, and 2 years later it turned crazy." So I always remember that when he said that.
You see, here's the thing. I find it funny that people always laugh at somebody foreseeing that, I mean, not foreseeing, have a hindsight on certain things and they see where they're going. And people, they'll be like, not, even though it's a minority, it's a minority of people be like, you'll be like, all right, man, I know where you're going, but I'm still questioning about it. And there'll be like a majority of people be like, man, this guy's just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you do come off as somebody like, even though you say something, this is where I said this, you're kind of hard to read. Even though you do say something, but it doesn't feel like you're going to do it until you like.
I'll agree with that, but I always kind of I lead that off on purpose because I say it in a very
nonchalant type of way.
right, and it doesn't. But
And then this is where everybody gets confused. You're like,
but you know when I'm serious about something, I'm serious about it. Even though I might say it in a joking manner, I'm pretty serious about it. When I say I'm gonna do it,
which is something I had to like learn.
Oh, because most people are serious and they don't do it.
Yeah, which is true because, and again, it just brings to your dedication to what your dedication to what what you wanna. I mean, of certain things that you had in your mind, you pretty much your dedication to your vision, pretty much. Because not everybody's dedicated. Like they'll have a vision, it's like, nah, son, I don't think this is gonna do. Or they'll be like, I gotta say this, like, not, it sounds cliche, but they'll see the cons more than the pros.
Well, I think a lot of people waste time about like thinking about the cons instead of just doing the hard work. Sometimes you just got to do the hard work and show up, right? We talked about me getting back into running. I ran 4 miles today. Today I felt good. You know why? I listened to American Gangster. I heard Hello Brooklyn, and that was the first time I'm like, all right, I'm starting to go fast now.
Too terrible music, but keep going.
Hey, whatever gets me pumped, right?
I mean, exactly. But I'm saying like,
But what I'm saying is like, you got to get over the hurdle of like how much it sucks, how much you don't want to do it. I know I don't want to do it, but
at the end of the day, if you want to see progress, there's a dude that I follow, Young Static. You always say like progress. I mean, no progress is. I mean, progress is better than no progress.
all day.
You know what I'm saying? I think I almost botched that shit too.
I always say this too. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Perfect inaction is when people like have like a thing, meaning I want to run. Oh, last time I ran, my knees hurt. I don't got no time. What about where am I gonna fit? Just run.
Yeah.
Just run. You know what I'm saying? Y'all work out every day. You don't think of it as like, well, you know, I'm too tired. Like you get it done. You just get it done because it's part of your routine.
But here's the thing. Here's another thing. I after the few years that I've been coming here, and how the place just transformed into to what it is now. I've always said this. Even though you said you put like 30 minutes in, 30 minutes in of nonstop or just figuring out stuff like put stuff over here. It's like a 30 minutes of just challenging yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is where credits has to be given, or flowers has to be given, as people not saying nowadays. It's like, it's literally walking to what your mind is. I've been saying this for a long time. It's like walking in here is like, oh man, walking in is like, oh, welcome to Pino's mind. Everything he ever put foot in, or thought about, or passionate about, or I don't say dislike, but what pretty much everything that he's ever been around, everything he's been around all his life. It could be good thing, bad thing, indifferent experience. Is you can see everything around each corner of the walls.
In an organized way.
This is where I have to disagree, but because the reason why I have to, even though it may be organized to you, let me not take that away from you. It may be organized to you, but could it be better? Yes. For example, like I was fortunate enough to witness you win the state championship, and I was telling you, you should have a specific area to show your. To me, I think it is by far your greatest attribute or accolades I've ever seen, and you spoke about it and you talked about it, and I saw it up front.
And you thought I was lying the whole time?
I still think you lying all the time. And the first thing I told you is like, yo, man, I don't want to see no plaques, man. The first thing I want to see is what? State championship. And sure enough, man, I went to see that game, and then your ass in the middle of the fucking, even though you were being disregarded by everybody, and I hit I'm sorry, that lady.
She not the one that won, so I'm cool with it.
And but it's and then you carrying that state championship plaque, big plaque. It's like, you see this now, that should be your standard. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then that's one thing about you that I like. It's not envious. I wish it's one of the
aspirational to
yes, you. It's one of the qualities, like it's one of the qualities I wish I can just put more attribute towards.
You can.
I'm not saying I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, because there's certain people that have certain attribute, but guess what? They're lazy about it. They'll never say they're lazy about it. You get what I'm saying? But they're lazy about it. It's like, bro, man, it's like you said, 30 minutes a day, man, can just a little clean here, move some stuff over here.
Yeah,
go back and forth.
It's painful. Sometimes I don't want to do it.
Listen, there's not a thing in the world that you do, it's not painful.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing in the world that's like, yo, you can walk outside and stumble on a rock and then fall on your ass like, damn, son, I should have tied my shoes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just the how can I say this? It's just the way I see things, even though it's all jacked up, they make no sense. But yeah, man, this is what this place is. This is what the chop shop is, really.
That's a good place to have a stop point for this, because we're going to get better on the mic, and we're going to start looking at specific objects that like mean something to me or mean something to you, and then kind of find meaning about that. I just want to isolate one thing just to give you a thought. I know you haven't really touched that arcade machine, but I remember how hyped up y'all were when Chris McComb was talking about No Mercy, WWE.
Yes.
I want to constantly just think about a specific item in here, trinket, object, video game, a sporting event, or something, and I want to isolate it and then see where that branches off in conversation. So we'll start thinking about it in that way. But
what's that, like an intro, like a trailer?
Yeah, just a little.
All right, everybody. My name is that Don Kiki. All right, my name is Dario, and pretty much, as he would painted in a white canvas. If you ever see a white canvas turn black, that's me.
We'll end it there. We're gonna watch the rest of the Cavs game. We're gonna get to Jeff in a second.